So who is running your show? And that is super, super important to understand, because then once you feel stuck, you can change it. So obviously it's you. And it's specifically your personality, like the way how you think, the way how you behave, and the way how you make decisions. Think about a situation where you had someone doing something differently, where you said like, this doesn't sound like her, this doesn't sound like him. So what you're actually referring to is, this person is behaving very differently now. So it doesn't mean that necessarily that's not them. It's just there is a different part of them that you didn't know, that maybe you didn't recognize. And that's, again, turning the lens on yourself. It's absolutely the same for you. So there is a specific way on how you operate in all areas of your life. And sometimes that brings you results, that brings you success, that brings you happiness. And sometimes it's specifically these traits that keep you stuck. So when you think about your goals, very often it's just about, okay, let me take a different perspective. Let me see it from a different angle. And then I might get different answers. I might get different solutions. And Tony Robbins talks about that in his program, where he talks about the 4 archetypes. And I want you now, while I explain it, to find yourself in these 4 archetypes. Like, what is the most dominant one that you use? And then try to see as well how you can fit yourself into the others. Because the idea of this exercise is, once you know all of them and you can identify and you can find them within yourself, you can apply them on your goals, specifically the ones where you feel stuck, where you think you need to do something differently in order to achieve your goal. So those 4 archetypes are the warrior. So the warrior is the person that never gives up, that is constantly fighting, that is not accepting a no for an answer, that will always find a way, always find a solution. So that's the warrior. Then there is the lover. So the lover, obviously, it's all about love. It's all about compassion. The lover loves everyone and everything, including his challenges. Then you have the magician. So think about a magician. It's all about lightness. It's about humor. It's about magic. Like, things can change from one moment to another moment. Then there is the sovereign. So that's the last archetype. So it's the king or it's the queen. It's really about wisdom. It's about the bird perspective, where you see a battlefield and it might be lost, but you understand there is still time to win the war. So that's the sovereign. So now I want you to think about your specific area where you feel stuck, or maybe a specific goal. Which of those archetypes is very dominant? Like, who is ruling your show? Who is calling the shots? Who is taking the action? And then I want you to think, out of all those archetypes, which one could you consult, or maybe consult all of them and have a conversation, right, with yourself. How would this personality type tackle that obstacle, tackle that goal, tackle that challenge? Would you get different answers? Would you get different solutions? And then try to find a solution that will bring you to your finish line. And then see you tomorrow.